Yeah, it's interesting what you're saying about how complicated it is. I always say, I just had a conversation with a chef friend about how I think it's often complicated because the moment you bring people into things and getting people to have to your team to buy into your vision, to understand your vision, to execute on your vision, everyone brings their own emotions, problems, difficulties, experiences of life into it. And so that's what makes this business also so beautiful, but also so challenging in a way. Because when you're just cooking on your own, you can execute on what you need to do, but you bring other bodies and personalities into it, and it changes the whole fabric of ultimately what you're doing.
Yeah, but this is important because at the end, there is not, maybe you can find some small place where there is just one person that is cooking and serving and all of that, not like a little place in Japan maybe.
Yeah.
But this is not the regular thing.
No.
So the regular thing is that when you go in a restaurant and you have a gastronomic experience, that it can be creative, but it can be to eat the best hamburger, no? Because we always say, so we talk about gastronomy when there are persons behind that try to do the best, you know, and the best making a pizza, pasta, or creative cuisine, okay? But the important thing that it's a team. What I mean, and I always say that maybe you go in a restaurant and you eat very well, and the food is exceptional, but if you don't feel like home, if you don't feel that the persons that are around are happy and all of that, you don't return to this place, because at the end, gastronomy is directly connect with the emotions, you know, because when we have a special moment in gastronomy, when you feel the emotion, and the emotion, you feel it because of the persons. Of course, that there is the dish, no, all the service, drinks, and all of that. But the good thing that we say, okay, so gastronomy will be ever a profession that will be alive for a long time, and because I always say that when gastronomy finishes, it's because the humanity is finished.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because
we're no longer around anymore.
Yeah, no, because we can talk about food, no, and to say, okay, in 50 years, no, the food maybe with pills. I don't believe about that.
I hope not.
No,
please,
not at all, not at all. But no,
please,
because
no.
gastronomy at the end, it's a social thing.
Yeah.
So we are persons, so we are not animals. So, and we always say we are persons because we have memories, no? And when you are eating a dish and you say, oh, it's amazing, it's because you have you have these sensations in your brain, and that connect, and it's when you say, wow, this is special.
Yeah.
No, it's not just to eat and say it's good. Of course, you go in a restaurant and you must eat the best product with the best technique and all of that. But after that, there is a personal thing on the top. And at Disfrutar in Compartir, this is the thing that we try to do from the first day. And this is important because people see that there are something more, you know, and they connect very quickly with this, no? And it's when the person feels relaxed and want to enjoy with the gastronomy.
There's a conversation I had with Dave Barron, who was at Alinea. He was chef de cuisine at Alinea when it was #7 restaurant in the world. And I'm going to get back to your comment about memory, because I think it's very interesting, but it's very personal. And so Dave made a comment that Noma was #1 in the world. He's #7. He goes into Noma with arrogance and goes, I don't understand this dish. This is stupid. This doesn't make sense to me. And all of a sudden he's at World's 50 Best, and Daniel Hume comes and goes, oh my gosh, this one dish brought me back to my childhood. And it was the dish that Dave didn't understand, because he didn't have the memory or the context or the personal experience. So how do you think about pulling from your identity, the culture, but also like tapping into people from travel all over the world, because I'm sure people from Singapore or other places are like, oh my gosh, maybe this reminds me of something, but it is so personal to our upbringing, to our palates. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally understand. And this is maybe one of the most important things when you are making a personal cooking. And what I mean that, for example, no, we are talking about Disfrutar, okay? So Oriol, Mateu, and me, we are Mediterranean. We are Catalan, no? Mateu is from Roses, Oriol from Barcelona, I'm from Tarragona, so all the coast, you know, the Catalan coast.
We have it all covered.
Yeah, and our culture, with family, with food, is the same. Because you know that in Catalonia and Spain, so the cooking culture is strong. And we have a memory, and when we eat, no, we think about the dish that makes my mother, no, and always is in a Mediterranean cooking. But if a person from Korea, no, for example, come at Disfrutar, and we serve a dish, no, because at Disfrutar what we do is that we are a creative restaurant because we try to do new techniques and concepts that after we will talk about that what's the meaning about creativity for us. And in Disfrutar, we try to make new techniques, new concepts to give to our guests a new experience, no? So when you eat a new texture that you have never eaten before, you say, wow, you see that this is different. But after that, imagine that if you eat and the product or the taste is so many strange for you, you doesn't understand nothing. But if there is something that makes your click in your brain and it reminds of...
You could tie it to something.
So you connect and you understand better this creativity. And what we do, so, and this is from 6 years ago, people need a context, no? And imagine that you arrive in Barcelona and a friend of you say, okay, Gabriel, we are going to go to a restaurant. And you don't know nothing. And you sit at Disfrutar, you arrive, you sit, and you start to eat. You don't understand nothing. So you need a context. And what we do from 6 years ago is that we give this paper to our guests for the beginning of the menu. And here are the values of our cuisine. So here in that case, what we do is that during COVID, we asked to our team what's the meaning for them to work with us. And they write the words. And after that, we call the guests that comes more several times in the restaurant. And we ask them, okay, when you came at Disfrutar, what's your feeling? And they put, and we choose the words that appears more times, and that define our cuisine. And here, of course, that you can see exclusivity, you can see creativity and all of that, but there are memories, there is effort. So the values that define our project. And after that, there is a very important thing that is the connection with the guests. So what we do is, in Disfrutar, we make a tasting menu that is around 25, 30 different dishes. And you cannot stay with all the dishes explaining, because at the end it's boring, no? But some words that connect with the guests, and they understand the dish. And there is a lot of time that we use, because, okay, we are focused on food, but for example, in Disfrutar, we have a designer, no? And we make a lot of things like this paper, no? But there is a dish that is inspired in a popular dish of Catalonia that is a calçotada. And maybe if you don't know what is a calçotada, it's impossible that you understand the dish. So we make a newspaper explaining what a calçotada is, the traditional one. And after people say, okay, I know the traditional one, so now I can understand this. Because imagine, you go to Spain and you order a paella. And you don't know nothing about paella. And normally in the paella you can find a piece of lemon on the top. We always say, if people doesn't explain to you how to eat it, maybe you take the lemon and you eat in one bite. No, yeah, because you don't know.
That'll change the experience.
Yeah, of course. And the dish, it changed. No, but in the same way that in our restaurant, we make a dish, and it's very important how you eat the dish. First this bite, after that, the cutlery that you use to eat is very important. So the gastronomy is is very complex, you know? And if you don't see about all that involved when you are going to eat a dish, maybe the dish that it's very, very nice, it can be a disaster because people doesn't understand. And this is important. It's the example that you give to me with Noma, no?
I love that you've developed an experience in a menu that is in collaboration with the guest, the team, all of that. You know, I oftentimes, I'm not saying all chefs, but there's a certain type of chef that will say, well, this is my food and this is why I'm doing this. But why was it important to not only pull from origin, experiences, heritage, but memories and flavor and other things, and have this sort of dance with the team and your guest?
Yeah, it's very important because it's very clear, no? So we are a project, no? That, okay, Mateu, Oriol, and me, we are the leaders. And we have a we have a dream, no? But we need that our team believe in us. And this is so many important because at the end, from the first day, we are a team. So it's particular, we are 3 chefs, no? Normally in a restaurant, you have one woman or one man that are the star, no? Or something like this. But in that case, so we burn like a team. Because, you know, we meet each other more than 25 years ago at Bulli. We were there the head chef during a long time. And our normal way to work and to have our relation, it was like a team. No? So we are 6 eyes, 6 ears, 6 hands. No, and for us,
and that changes everything.
No, yeah. But you are more confident with you because I can have an idea, but I share with Oriol and Mateu, and this idea becomes in something better because we are very critical. But the important thing is that we have a lot of respect between us, and we have the confidence between us. And after that, the team see and they see every day that we are the first persons that we have this commitment with the project, you know. So, and because it's true. And after that, you have a strong team. After this strong team, what you need is to have the confidence of the guest. What I mean. So I remember that when we started with the restaurant in 2014 with Disfrutar, we make the testings for the first menu and all of that. And there were some dishes that we say, no, now it's not the time. It's so many strengths for now. So maybe in the future, if we have the confidence, and there are a lot of dishes that we make the first year that we don't serve at all. And we wait. We wait. Why? Because you need to have a very direct dialogue with your guest. Okay,
you need to build that relationship. Build that I did a series with Daniel Hume, and he's like, you know, my strategy is the first couple bites. You know, a lot of people, the first couple bites are just very delicious and you build the confidence, the relationship with the guest to maybe push on the next one that they might go, I haven't tasted something like this before, you know, but yeah, that confidence with the guest, I think, is super important.
Yeah, and it's this, and our change is that we make a tasting menu. And we always say that it's like a song. So in the menu that the experience is around 3.5 hours, 4 hours, you can explain a lot of things. And of course, that we always say that for us, in a professional way, Disfrutar is a creative restaurant. So every bite that you have there, it must be creative in some aspect. Maybe because of the technique, maybe because of the way to serve, the way to eat, something like that. But at the end, we are a restaurant. So the creativity, it must to be sweet. What I mean, there is a lot of persons that come at Disfrutar looking for this creativity. But there are persons that come at Disfrutar because we are a restaurant. And maybe they don't mind a lot about creativity, but they want to eat good. So, and this is a thing that we have very, very, very clear, no? In that case. But in a tasting menu, you can give a lot of inputs. Now, for example, we make a dish that is about the reflection of the product, and there you don't have any new technique. But it's a dish that you eat and you are thinking, okay, that's true. Or there is a dish that we make inspiring in the freight, no, and you can feel this freight in 5 seconds, no, and you say, oh, what happened here? But at the end, when you eat the dish, it must be delicious.
Yeah.
And a tasting menu is like a song, no? Because I remember, and now in Spain, there is this, from 15 years ago, there is this discussion, no? That people say that now we are returning to the origin, to the most easy restaurant, just the natural product with a little bit of touch. And I say, okay, but all the styles in cooking are valid. And there is just good cooking and bad cooking. What I mean, you can eat a fried egg and it will be excellent, or if the egg is bad and you don't cook well, it's very bad dish. So in the creative cooking, it happens the same. It must to have sense, and the chef that makes this kind of cooking, we must be very, very honest. Because every day there are millions of chefs that are making amazing things. But if you say, okay, this is creative, you must be very, very sure about what you are doing, no? And what we do in Disfrutar, so we think that the menu is like a song or a movie, no? Imagine, no, a movie. So maybe there is a movie of 4 hours that is amazing, and you are 4 hours in the screen, and you don't want that the movie stop. But maybe there is a movie of half an hour that at 5 minutes you say, okay.
Next.
So, and it's the same. But what happened that nowadays, because the societies change and all is changing very, very fast, it's difficult to have a restaurant with a large menu for many things, okay? But if you have the confidence and is what you want to make, why not?
I think what is so unique about, and this is even going back to what we were talking about here, because there's 3 leaders, that drastically changes the whole company, because it's not just one person, there's 3. So collaboration is at the soul of everything that you do at Disfrutar, because there's 3 people and so that's what I love about this is it starts with 3 founders and leaders, and of course you're going to collaborate because you're collaborating at the highest level, and I think that changes the experience drastically.
And when you think in this way, at the end, what we have is a very strong team, and a team where every single person knows that is fundamental. What I mean. The person that is with the reservations. So if you call to a Disfrutar and we are not kindness with you and all of that, so the experience doesn't start very well, And with the person that is cleaning the dishes, so every single person at Disfrutar, or imagine, you go to the toilet, so we have a person that take care that all is clean and all of that, and say, good morning, please, here you have. So this is hospitality.
Everything's important.
Everything is important, of course. But we say we don't talk about that, no, because people say no, a restaurant of product, no, because you go there and you eat the best product. Disfrutar is a product restaurant. If we try to do our best, of course that we start for the best team and the best product, and after to use the best cooking techniques and all that. But there are things that for us are obvious. So if we are talking about gastronomy, of course that I will look for the best product. And the best product can be the best caviar, the best truffle, or the best onion. So because for us, all the product is important, no? But it sometimes is more easy than.
Speaking about collaboration with 3 leaders, how do you disagree?
Yeah, of course.
How do you argue?
No.
How do you get through a difficult moment?
Mira, at the end, I think that we are it's 28 years that we are all together every day. No, today I'm here, but so our relation is more than a family. And our responsibility is very big because at the end we have nowadays 3 restaurants. No, we start with Compartir Cadaqués in 2012, Disfrutar 2014, and Compartir Barcelona in 2022. Okay, and in our company we are more than 120 employers. So this is a big responsibility. But at the end, we don't think that we are the boss. No, we are more of the team. We arrive in Disfrutar, we arrive in Compartir, and we are, of course, we are the leaders, and we feel this the responsibility, but we work like if we are employers, because we work for the project, and this is very important. So the restaurant is not from Eduard, Oriol, or Mateu, no. The restaurant is Disfrutar, the restaurant is Compartir, and we work for Disfrutar and Compartir. And this is very easy to understand, but maybe very difficult day by day, because you know our company, like all the industries in the world, you have good moments and bad moments.
Sure.
No? For example, I remember the COVID. No? When the COVID, no, that it was a disaster around the world, but all people, a lot of people, no, journalists, experts, no, of the industry, tell to us they phone, no, you must change, Disfrutar is diet, this large testing menu, it's
not going to work.
Finished,
It's
you
done.
must
No
change.
more.
No, and we say, okay.
No one's going to eat out anymore. I remember hearing that.
Yeah,
no one's ever
yeah.
Gonna...
And we say, okay, so we will try, because Disfrutar is a creative restaurant. We will try. We will do all that we can, and if at the end this is finished, Disfrutar will die, we change the name, and we make another thing. But we try with all the team. And we are alive. And we are more stronger than ever, because the team see that we put all our life in the project. And this is very important. For us, maybe, it will be easy to say, okay, we're going to save the money, close, and make another thing.
That would have been the easy route.
Yeah, no, because for us, so we have our sons, no? But Disfrutar and Compartir, they born like our professional sons.
Of course.
And there is this...
The other kids.
And there is this direct connection that at the end are your life. And you will make all the possible, no, for them, but in a natural way. So we are not strange people. We are very normal people, but we know that, okay, today, Disfrutar, best restaurant in the world, 3 Michelin-stars, blah, blah, blah. And people tell to us, okay, and now what? No, because you achieve all that you... And we say, no, we are the same. The most important thing are the guests. Today, the restaurant is open, so people from around the world, maybe the neighbor in Barcelona, or maybe people from Miami that come back Disfrutar, they come, and we feel very, very glad and proud that people from around the world want to come to your project, where it's your personal way to understand the gastronomy. And this is our challenge, and our present. You know, and we are the same today than 20 years ago. Less, you know, so we are older. No, but it's this. So the project is alive.
We were talking about values and having a strong value system. What has success taught you that only success could teach you?
The success. No, for us, the success is that with all this professional life, nowadays we have 3 restaurants where we think that people that comes to our restaurants, they feel that are personal restaurants. They feel that we take care of the guests in all the things, and they feel our passion. And our personality. So people that goes to, yesterday we were here and talking with 2 persons that were at Compartir, and they told to me, no, it's my favorite restaurant in the world. So I think that with this time, we can make a singular dialogue with the guests, but a dialogue that is very clear and very transparent in all the ways. And I think that today, that it's IA era, and we are always talking about technology and all of that. Okay, for us, these new technologies are very nice if you know how to use it, because are tools that can help to us to work better, and
more efficient.
To be more efficient.
Yeah.
But at the end, when you make a personal gastronomy, it depends on your person. And the good thing about gastronomy is that it must be real. You must touch the gastronomy. You must to live, you must to eat, you must to smell. And a computer doesn't make that.
Yeah.
No? And this personal way to understand the life, I think that today is more alive than ever. Of course, that people look a lot, the tablets and all of that, but when they have a real experience, this is when you say, okay, this is to be persons.
Yes.
This is around to be humans, And I think that in that case, I think that gastronomy has a very nice future, because, of course, every day appears machines that makes things easy. But you must.
Yeah, well, and like we were talking earlier, I think now more than ever, we need these moments of joy. We need these moments of connection. We need these moments of community. We live in a world where people say there's a loneliness epidemic, there's this, there's all these things. And I think it's funny, we had Jonathan from Jaunt in Bresca, we were chatting with him, and he's like, fine dining for me is therapy. It's the moment I kind of just sit and enjoy and understand your vision while also bringing my experience into it. And it's kind of a beautiful thing. Some people go get a massage, some people do therapy, but he and I know others go to have these 3-hour experiences to step into your world in a way.
Yeah, because it's all around food and drink. For example, Estrella, So imagine, you have the Estrella, if you like beer, Estrella is amazing.
Yeah.
But the experience, if you are alone at home, okay, you can be relaxed, you take an Estrella, okay? But if you go to your favorite bar, order some tapas with your friends or with your wife, whatever you want, okay? With persons that are important in your life, and you take some cañas, the experience is totally different.
Of course.
And it's not the same.
Yeah.
And of course that you can drink whatever you want.
Tastes better. It
tastes
better. It feels
but if
better.
you have a thing that you like it, and now I'm thinking about a beer with the good temperature, with the good espuma and all of that. So this is alive.
Yeah.
Because if not, we are dying.
Yeah.
So we are humans. So food and drink, we live, and we are all the life working, but in all the history of the humans, looking for the best food and best drink. So it's very essential.
Speaking of touch, feel, like even ingredients, I was thinking of something, just to go back a little bit of kind of your origin, is like, if your parents said yes to farming instead of no, which we're happy they said no. We're very happy they said no. But like, how do you imagine your life would have been? Because I know you do have a connection with the land. You do have connection with ingredients. It's so a part of the job that you do right now.
Yeah, so I'm chef because I cannot be farmer, because when I was child, I go to the school and I have, I study and in the exams very good notes, and all people say, no, you will be, to make career and all of that. But with 13 years, I say to my father, okay, I want to be farmer, because my grandfather and in all my family, they be farmers, and I have the day off. In holidays, I was always with my grandfather in the farm or with my fathers in the market, because they have a business of fruit and vegetables. So I have always this direct contact with the product. And by the other side, in my home, cooking was very, very important. So my mother always 3 dishes. And so food, it was always a very important thing in our family, but this is very Catalan, no? And in a lot of the cultures around the world, no? And my father say, no, farmer, no. No, impossible. And I say, okay, so chef. And they say, no. But they don't believe in me in the beginning. And my father has contacts with a lot of restaurants and bars because...
They believe now, right?
No, now yes. But my father put to me one summer, working all the summer from 9 to 1 and taking a lot of little money because he talked with his friends and say, no, Eduard wants to be chef, so it's a nonsense. So I will give to him for the summer, and when the summer finishes, he doesn't want to be chef at all. But the problem was that when I finished, I say, this is my passion. And after my father say, okay, so we are going to go with you. You must study chef and all of that. And now they are very proud. But yeah, nowadays a profession that, no, maybe people
it's
see...
It's evolved significantly.
Chefs, people see a chef from the TV or now, no? So imagine, I'm from Vilaseca, a small village in Tarragona, and today I'm in Miami with Estrella Damm talking with you about our project. This is not a normal thing.
Yeah.
So, and we are maybe 0.1% of the reality of the chefs. So, and people must know, but what happens that nowadays, the society changed a lot. And if we are thinking about 30 years ago, or 50 years ago, or 80 years ago, our profession has a big evolution. And nowadays, I think that the professions and the industries that are personal, that are made by hands...
Works of passion. They're works of passion.
Yeah, el oficio, so like a person that makes a chair by his hand. So it's
a maker, a creator, a maker.
It has a lot of value. And I always say, if you are happy cooking, or if you are happy serving, or if you are happy whatever you want, try to do your best with the profession that you choose. And it's not about creativity, eh? Maybe you love croquettes. Okay, so try to be the best.
Be the best.
Making croquettes, and you will...
I love croquettes.
And you will be very, very happy with your life. But the important thing is not to say, okay, no, I choose this because it's okay. No, because at the end, I always think about, so we are working a lot of years in our life. If it's a thing that you don't have passion for that, I think that it will be a disaster. No, because I think about person.
Life's already hard. Life's already hard. You add on to that a not enjoyable experience day in and day out. That's why I feel so blessed to love what I do and sit across from people like yourself who, again, works of passion. That's what disfrutar, that's what compartir is. It's a work of passion that you've brought to life.
And it's this, and of course that there are so many times that what we do is not nice.
Of course.
Because it's complicated and you must make things or take decisions and maybe, so are some, but at the end you have the responsibility. But when you wake up and you say, okay, I go to the project and I don't think about I go to work. Of course that I go to work, but I think it's part of my life, And don't look to the clock. And be passionate, And I think that it's important for the, because people when are young, and they know what do you want to be. So you must be very critical with you. And in the same way, so for me, it will be easier to say, okay, with 12 years, to say, no, I want to study a career and I want to be economist or whatever you want.
Whatever.
And most popular in my family, my father's happy. No, I say, no,
engineer,
farmer or chef,
a
very hard profession, but I love it. And for me...
I can feel it.
No, this is, and at the end, I have the change and I have the lucky that, more or less. So now we are very happy.
You're very talented, but I know some of the most talented people that never get to. So it's a combination of the work ethic, the talent, and then there's a little bit of timing and luck in life, the spontaneity of life as well. But you put the work in though, as well. There's something that Jordan Kahn from Vespertine said something to me that I thought was really interesting. He said he believes chefs, especially at your level, have a subconscious need to work with raw materials. And obviously you're like, I wanted to be a farmer working with raw materials. I want to be a chef. But when does like the raw elemental side of ingredient, like what does call you most about like working with raw materials or elements?
It's this. So I'm chef because I love food. I love eating, from when I was child, okay? But after that, so I have a very close connection with the nature. And the same, Oriol and Mateu, the same. But I always, I'm fascinating when you take a seed, you put on the floor, the seed grows, it's a sprout after a plant, and you have fruit. So this is amazing.
Yeah.
And this connection with the nature, I think that is very, very important in Disfrutar and Compartir. Why? Because there is a lot of dishes in Disfrutar and Compartir that if we don't have this direct connection with the nature, we don't believe in that. For example, we always, you can talk about big beef, to make a chuletón, or a little beef, very tender. But we don't think about a fresh almond, a tender almond, because normally you take in the supermarket and it's dry. So when you have the reflection about the product, you can see a lot of things that maybe for people are exceptional because they doesn't live this. And now in this time that we are living is very important. So people, for the time, because you live in a big city, whatever you want. But there are experiences that give us the nature that people doesn't have.
That they never get. They never get.
And when they believe to say, for example, if in Spain, is during the month of May, you take the almonds and are green, and when you peel it, it's a natural jelly. We make a dish with that. And people say, what technique you apply? And we say, no, the technique is the nature. Nature. Ask to the nature. And they say, no, I don't believe it because I eat almonds all my life, but I never eat an almond like this.
Mother Nature is the greatest creative of all time.
And now we are making a dish where, that I told you, a dish where for the reflection, Yeah. And we serve a gelatin of tomato with 12 different sprouts. And not just natural sprouts. But there are sprouts that when you eat it, it tastes honey. And people say, how you put the flavor inside? They say, no, this is the nature. So, and it's very important to understand the nature because I think that the chef, we start being farmers. So chef, a product arrives in your restaurant, but you must have the knowledge about the product from the origin.
Yeah, it's so important. I want to talk a little bit about creativity and even reference something from Blanc and Plat, the film. Ferran says creativity is a beast and you must control it, otherwise it eats you alive. He said something like that. How does that manifest day to day? In your life?
Yeah, so at the end, you must have this expertise. And what's the meaning about that? So we are looking in the past. Now we are very lucky because we have lucky to be in one place that it's called Montjoy in Roses during 15 years in Bulli, working with Ferran and Albert and the team. But in the maximum level of creativity, when Bulli was a restaurant in the world and all the world is looking at you. But what happened? That we were very out of this. So we start in the morning, we try to do our best. And of course, Ferran was it was hard. But But the life was this. So we start in the morning looking to make new things all the day, all the year, and people looking at you. But at the end, it was a normal situation for us. So the pressure of #1 of the world, 3 Michelin stars, people now ask to us, no, oh, you feel the pressure of the Michelin stars, 50 best? And we say, not at all. Because what we achieve is not because we look for. It's because we achieve these recognitions in a normal way. So we arrive at El Bulli and we don't think about, no, we are in the best restaurant in the world. No, El Bulli was like today is Disfrutar. So I feel like my home and I try to do our best. But we were, of course, that we were very good, like animals, to make creativity. But it was years ago, so other times. When a Bulli close, we start with compartir in cada case. And we say, okay, we don't want to make creativity. Why? Because to make creativity in a real way, you need a strong team, you need the place, you need a lot of things that this is not, it's like, imagine that you like, I don't know, football, Formula One, whatever you want, and you are the champion of the world and you say, okay, now I'm going to start with a new team with $0 or euros, and I want to be the best in the world. No, you are crazy. It's impossible. So in 2012, we take compartir cada case and we say, okay, first of all, we wanna know if we can make our own business. And we make a restaurant that it's compartir modern cooking. Okay, so using the techniques that we take from Bulli and from many restaurants, but make modern food, different, but food that is focused in the tradition, easy to understand, in a very relaxed place. After that, in 2014, we start with Disfrutar. And we say, okay, no, in Disfrutar, we want to make tasting menu because, it's very different when you work to make one starter, one second, and one dessert, a big dish, than when you make a tasting menu. It's a different way to work in the creative way. But we say, okay, no, we start with Disfrutar. We want to make tasting menu because we love these dishes that are more immediately, and with more fragile and all of that. But we don't talk at all about creativity. But in 2016, after 2 years to open Disfrutar, we start to make new techniques and concepts, and we change and we say, okay, no, Disfrutar is a creative restaurant. But what happened? That when we decide to make that, we say, okay, if we are a creative restaurant, we must to show to the world what we do every year. And that's why we make the catalogs. So we make the catalogs, and every single year, all the dishes that we make, all the techniques, all the concepts, we publish and we share. And this is a very important thing that I think that is special from Disfrutar, because of course there is so many amazing restaurants in the world and they can make cookbooks. But to say, okay, every single year, what you do, and to make analysis about your cuisine, this is to put pressure for us, but we do because we want. We want because it's our goal, and that's the way that we have to work, but in a free way. So nobody comes at Disfrutar and say to us, no, you must make the catalog, or you must make in 1 year 80 different recipes. No, we make because we think, okay, we make creativity, so we must to be honest and make.
Digging in a little bit more to creativity, when you're in the creative flow, when you and the team are thinking about creating, when ideas feel like they're kind of hitting a ceiling, you're like, how do you break through ultimately?
Yeah, I think that here is that we know how we work on that. Because if you are focusing in one idea and you are all the week trying this idea and you don't have the good result, maybe you can feel frustrated. So, and we know that it happens a lot of times. So what we do is that we never work in one idea. Minimum 10 ideas we are working all the days. And we know that this from 10 ideas, if we work in a professional way, with 2 of them, we can have good results that maybe, and that's not we'll say that we have an idea and we finish with this idea in a real way. No, maybe we start to work in idea and we finish there, but with a thing that is totally different, but it's amazing. But the most important thing is to be there, to be there. And because I always say, you can have 1 million of ideas, no? We take a paper, no? Or we go to in a restaurant, in a shop, a lot of notes. But the most important thing in cuisine is that all of these ideas, it must be real. It must be a dish to serve.
Execute. You have to execute.
Yeah, and after that, you must to make the prototype. Okay, and we test, and we say, okay, go ahead with this. But after that, you must be able that the restaurant produce this for the guests that come. No, that this is another part, that this is the production, but the production is very important because you know that in this cooking, all the detail is very, very important because are small bites. So it must be perfect, no? And well, this is.
Yeah, I love that. In the film, you know, it kind of covers the emotional kind of weight of being ranked, you know, as the best restaurant in the world. You know, last year, it's you know, there were moments of vulnerability, moments of stress, moments of confusion. When you watch it back, when you see photos or you see, you know, the film, was there a moment or a memory that surprised you?
We are persons that...
I love that reaction.
No, but we are persons that we doesn't like to see us.
Yeah.
No, so I see the film and I say, okay, no, because we don't like to see or to hear. No, but so I think that it's very nice because at the end, what happened that when we start cooking, no, when we're 13 years old, no, if somebody tell to me, no, you will have a restaurant with Oriol and Mateu and you will be the best in the world at three-Michelin-star, I say, it's impossible. But when we start with Compartir in 2012, if somebody tell to us that we will have in a future, and in a future that it's not a lot of time, because we start our own company, no, with Compartir in 2012. And I think that we are the unique case where a project is not from one person, 3 persons, so a team. And I think that we are the only case where head chef in a restaurant for a large period, so we were in Bulli during more than 12 years, and being the head chef, so it's not to make a mistake. No, so that we were the head chef in a project of 3 Michelin stars, the #1 in the world, and after we start from zero, and with our own project, we achieved 3 Michelin stars and #1 in the world. And in a free way. When we start with the project, we don't think at all about that. And it's very easy. I always say to people, go to Compartir, go to Disfrutar, put in the door and look at the door of Disfrutar. You will realize that we don't make Disfrutar to have Michelin stars or be the best restaurant in the world, but our natural way to be looking for this personal cooking, this personal style, this way to understand the gastronomy, and our intention to be every day better in all the terms. This is the reason why Disfrutar today is what is, and I'm here talking with you.
I love that. It's pretty incredible what you and the team have accomplished, you know, and I know this business is difficult and you get an award and the next day you have to be back in the restaurant oftentimes, but like I hope you and your family and the team over the last year have taken moments and really appreciate all that has been accomplished, you know, because it's monumental. It's incredible. We're celebrating 10 years. 10 years from now, how do you envision Disfrutar evolving?
We think that this is a thing that we talk a lot about, no? But we think that Disfrutar is a personal project, no? And we think that today, of course, that we achieve things that we doesn't dream in all our life. But the reason is that because we achieve these things and the things wasn't be anyway the objective. And our objective is to be better every day and to make creativity and all of that. So we think that Disfrutar is alive. You know, so it's not that we say,
living,
okay,
breathing.
we arrive here, we have it. No.
Yeah.
Our passion is to try to make new techniques and concepts, make new recipes, and people that come to the restaurant have a different experience every time, but with the same values. And this is our thing our way to be. And until we will be passionate with that, Disfrutar will be alive. The day that maybe we will be tired, no, I think that we must be real. So now we are around 50, 45 years. So we are growing, you know. And at the end, so it's normal that with 80 years, Disfrutar it must change, no? But nowadays, we think that we are in a very good moment. So we are happy what we are doing. We have a team that is very, very strong, and they have a lot of illusion and passion. And I think that for 5 years, Disfrutar, no, today, I'm sure that Disfrutar will keep this, and in the future we will see, no? But because it depends in our persons, you know. But if we are healthy and all goes like we think, Disfrutar, it's long time.
Yeah, I love that. For chefs and restaurateurs listening, which we have many who do, and they follow you and they look up to you, if you were advising them on launching a highly creative restaurant or just something that's done with deep passion, like you said, what guardrails would you urge them to, or like what advice would you give to them?
I think that they must know that, first of all, I want to say that today, to be successful with your profession, you don't need to be the chef or the owner. So maybe you can be the head chef or have a place of responsibility and be very happy about you do. This is the first thing. And the second thing, if you want to make your own project, no, and so you must know that there is an effort that it's every day in the kitchen, in the service, no, and making, of course, what you feel, no. You don't need to make creativity. You don't need to make croquettes. Make what you feel that you like it. And in the other way, you must know that, okay, it's very important what you cook and how you serve, but after that, 40% of the success is in the administration about the team, economic and finance and all of that. So you must be very well prepared in all the things. So not just a chef that cooks very well, you need to be good with mathematics, good with languages, and good with social relations.
Team building.
It's not because a restaurant and a little restaurant or a big restaurant is very complex. And maybe you are cooking very well, but you are not looking to the service and you are falling there. Or in the same way. So all the aspects of the restaurant are very important. And by the other side, it's important that you need a team. Maybe the team can be little, but you need a team that will be involved, and the team must believe you. The team must feel the project like if it's of them, you know. This is to involve every single person in the project.
I love that. What's a life lesson you can leave us with? Something you've learned along your journey?
A lot of things. A lot of things. But I think that maybe it will be in your personal life and in your professional life. I'm sure that all the persons has a moment to say, okay, it's impossible, it's finished. But keep going. If you want one thing that you feel that you can achieve it, no. Another thing is that if you don't know about how to eat or something, but if you have an idea, if you have an illusion, you must try it. And don't be obsessive. It doesn't work, okay. The life will give to you another opportunity. But if you have a dream, never think about, oh, if I will make this in my past. What happened? Try to make it.
I love that. Thank you so much. Gracias.
Pleasure.
This is super fun, and thank you to our friends at Estrella Damm for. We're gonna have fun today.
Yeah. Of course.
This is just the start.